What is up, guys? Petros14 here, and welcome to the third episode of the weekly look back. This episode is for the week of August the 3rd to August 9th. Now, you guys might have noticed there's a new intro. Why is there a new intro? Well, guess what? I decided that 20-25 second intro was quite bothersome to me. Didn't quite like it as much as I like this new one. The intro music was getting kind of old for me, I would say. And with everything, it had its good time, and it needed to be retired and put down. So I put it down, if you know what I mean. I didn't delete it; it's still there. But I decided I needed to make a new one for you guys because I want to draw more people in. And the only thing that was bothersome, it took me, I want to say it took me like 12 hours to make it. And it might look very, very simple. It might look very simple. And it was. In the editing process, it was very simple. The only thing that was a challenge for me was the lettering. I actually had to go in and make the lettering myself. So yeah. Now, this week on the Weekly Look Back, 3 episodes came out. There's been 3 episodes of things coming out as normal. And the first episode we're going to be talking about is Tomb Raider Episode 8. The second episode that we're going to be talking about is Tomb Raider Episode 9. And the third one that we're going to be talking about is Call of Duty Extinction Episode 3, which Episode 3 wraps up the Extinction series. And from now on, if you ever see any more Extinction on that map, it'll just be us messing around. It will have our voices, most likely, hopefully, next time. And you guys will be able to not necessarily have to go through hearing my voice only for that, for the tutorial type things. I don't necessarily mind doing tutorial type things, but I don't quite enjoy it, if you know what I'm saying. So anyways, let's get on with it. So, first thing we're going to talk about is Tomb Raider Episode 8. Tomb Raider Episode 8 was quite a very, very good episode. We did a lot. Very, very eventful. We climbed the tower. We finally ended up climbing the tower in Episode 8. We made our distress call. And if you haven't seen this, I would like to say, spoiler alert, because this weekly look back, if you don't want to know what happens in the episodes and you want to go back and watch them before you watch this video, because I talk about things, and when I talk about those things, I tell you everything that happens. So, yeah. Now, like I was saying, we climbed the tower. It was a very, very fun climb. Very interesting way that they had it go. So it was a good climb, I would say. It was a very long climb. Not on our perspective for Laura, but for Laura, it had to have been a very high climb. I'm not quite sure that anybody could have made that climb in the amount of time that she did, but that's okay, because Laura is a BA, and she's awesome. Now, like I was saying, we ended up getting to the top of the tower for the communications. Very, very long drop. Very rickety. We ended up almost falling like 3 or 4 times. And we tuned into the distress channel. We sent out our SOS. And spoiler alert, we got a call back. Very gracious of the people to give us a call back. And it was very nice to know that there was people out there looking for us. That means that a couple times, later in the series, you're going to see people coming in. But, with that being said, very same episode, plane came in. Wasn't that long after we actually had to put up a distress beacon. We sent up a smoke signal with fire, and it was very good time. And the plane magically, when it started to come down, spoiler, it crashed. Something happened. I won't tell you what happened, but it crashed nonetheless. So that was it for episode 8. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about episode 9 now. Episode 9 was also a pretty good episode. From what I could tell, we had quite a bit of action. We gained new gear actually. We gained the rope. I don't know what they rope arrows is what they call it. So we gained rope arrows and we're able to travel to a lot of other places. So yeah, we eventually we don't realize it, but we meet up with Roth. We as I said in the description, we find Roth. We gained a new bow part. If you guys didn't know, I couldn't check that out until later on in the episode. But we gained a new bow part. We talked to Roth, and we have a very interesting conversation. We have a very Laura actually had a choice to make. She made her choice. We have to go with it because we're the protagonist. We have to follow everything that she does. But Laura made her choice. But the question was it the right choice? So yeah. Now, okay, on to episode 3 of Extinction. Episode 3 of Extinction was a very tutorial heavy episode. Very big fights. We made it out of the big square building. That was actually the last building that you had to go in. Extinction this week is not going to be that much of a big update. With it being the last episode, it wasn't that big, considering. I mean, it was a pretty big episode. Yeah. So it was very fun to actually be able to play that, and going back and recording it. It was pretty cool to see what I had to say. So, if you want to know what I said, you guys, as always, can click the thumbnails in the bottom left, and you guys can go check those out, and they will link you to the other videos and things like that. So, yeah. We had a big fight at the end for Extinction. We had to fight the big boss. He's not that hard. You guys might have a little bit of a challenge with him. I would say I kind of doubt it though. Yeah. So if you guys want to know how to beat him, he's very easy to beat. But go watch the video and you guys can figure that out. So yeah. So that's gonna be it for this weekly look back. Each weekly look back has been considerably around 9 minutes long. I don't know how I feel about that. Kind of long, but that's okay. So, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. That lets me know that you're enjoying the series that I'm putting out. All of the series, that is. It lets you know that you're enjoying the weekly look back. And necessarily, if you don't necessarily want to watch the episode, you can always watch this and get a fill-in of what I've done for the past week. So again, you guys can click on those thumbnails in the bottom left and go to those episodes, and I will see you guys there. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys back next episode of the weekly look back. Thanks, and see ya.